I'd zoom around the world with you sitting there behind me. I'll take you to places past several faces, just living life so carefree.
One day, I was just walking on the streets of New York and looking around. It was so beautiful, but it gave me this kind of anxiety because I was faced with this dreamy and warm moment in my hands, and I was like, this is it. This is what I longed so hard for years. But back then it was just a dream. It was just this fantasy in my head, and I was preoccupied with it, wishing for it. So much so that it becomes this whole other thing. So special simply because you don't have it yet. And now it's right in front of you, and you kind of just don't know how to appreciate it in the ways that you thought you would. And this isn't the first time that I felt that kind of anxiety. Milestones in life, like graduations and birthdays, it's hard to treat a reality the same way that you might have treated a dream of that reality. I'm going back to the moment. I'm walking and it's warm and it's green and there's people out and there's just this ambiance and it's nearly perfect. And I get hit with that feeling again, the uncomfortable feeling of a slight anxiety or a pressure to feel something more than I do feel in the moment. But this time something else happens. For what feels like the first time, a voice in my head awakens and it basically says, "Bridget, I think you've got it all wrong. Maybe you're not here for the things that you think you are." That's where the concept of purpose consciously entered my life. Purpose, the real reason I'm here. I'm gonna go to my counselor's office from freshman year to pick up this letter that I wrote to myself on my first week here at NYU as a freshman in 2019, and now I'm a junior in 2021. Okay, by the way, fun and crazy fact, this building that we're in right now is the same building as the Triangle Shirtwaist factory that had that like famous fire with a lot of people. I think maybe I got my purpose all mixed up, or more that I just didn't figure it out yet. It takes time and fate, I think, to learn things and to move forward in life, to get further than where you started. Maybe the purpose was instead to introduce you to things, to reconnect you to interests, or at least open your mind a little bit to start paying attention to things that you never would have paid attention to before, about yourself, about the world around you, to open doors that you would have walked past in 99 out of 100 scenarios. But this here is the one scenario out of 100 that you decide to stop and you decide to walk through it. And that moment is small. It could be as irrelevant as just me living on a normal day, but walking through that door does change the course of your life. And that's why you're here and nowhere else. That's the purpose. And the rest is just a pretty view. Basically, the things that I want to do in my life, my outlook in life and towards life have recently changed. It's kind of about picking and choosing what voices you choose to listen to, which lead to what decisions you follow, and eventually determines who you are and what kind of life you live and the things that you do. And I think that for the earlier half of my life, I silenced all these voices and feelings that I had.
Let's find out just how far I'll go to look like someone you should know. Maybe it sound a little.
I didn't like that. Welcome to this late September afternoon. We are on FDR Drive.
Your mind's already been made up. You saw my number and my number wasn't good enough. I'll write a little better if I'm willing to come.
I've always been interested in capturing, how do I put this? Feelings, but specifically feelings that make you feel alive, that you're living and you're breathing and you have things to do and things to see and feelings to experience, and you have to treat your life like you're here for a reason, not just going through the motions or constantly playing catch up with who you think you're supposed to be. And that, in the world we live in now, is way easier said than done. Too often, life is just monotonous and it's just on repeat, and your own life is that video that you leave running on in the background, not paying attention to. Too often for too many people, and that's been happening to me to a degree my whole life as well. And that's why whatever form, whether it's music or art or lately videos, it takes to make a feeling that wakes you up from that trance of monotony, that makes you feel alive again. Feelings that remind you that you're a human and you're part of history, or the story of mankind, which is just some larger purpose that we will or won't ever know. Or maybe instead of a larger purpose, we're part of an entire galaxy of small purposes, tiny purposes, like me making this video, or you right now watching this video, like a love story, or another person, or someone's passion and hobbies, or family, a view they see on a particular day, a feeling they feel of beauty or sadness, fulfillment. Hell, when I entered NYU, I was an econ major, and I wanted to minor in business studies or accounting, and I wanted to get a job at a company where people knew the name. That's what I wanted, but that's also not what I wanted, and I also knew that. Once you know that what you're planning is not actually what you want, it's uncomfortable, because now you either have to deal with that realization, or you can go the other way and actively seek out what you do want. And that is in no way an easy or direct process. Some people spend their entire lives searching for that. So I guess for a while I was looking and actively seeking, and I've been seeking ever since, taking gradual steps to get to this realization that hit me on a late summer day in mid-September in New York City. Continuing, please, to my future self, let go of the fear, let go of doubt, look fear in the eye and be like, bye. Talk to him, talk to her, get drunk, study your ass off, ace those exams, ask your teachers questions, send that text, sing that song, do it all, without fear of failure. Fail or no fail, both are equally good, aren't they? Fail equals resistance, no fail equals success. It's a win-win, baby. Be yourself, be more, go beyond, and never let that adventure end. Sincerely, Bridget of the past.